while we were prepared for something happening where nobody thought COVID would happen, I don't think there was anything that kind of gave us that mind clue that it was going to even last up to 2 years, that we're going to have a situation where the entire security landscape, or there will be a permanent shift to how we work, how much more to how we protect our data. Obviously, in a disadvantaged situation, there are advantages to it. I would say that's what COVID presented us with. It helped us to think beyond our normal day to day and help us to really expand our thinking landscape. So, one of the things I would say is we've always talked about zero trust, but the pandemic really opened us up to accelerated implementation of zero trust model. Basically, unlike before, traditional parameters that we would use to gauge what is what, who is logging into what, because of COVID and having people work remotely, we were able to make that more location based security models like obsolete. So we're not saying, oh, you have to walk out of here before you can be authenticated. Rather, we had to implement several other zero trust implementation models that kind of eliminates your ability to only be stationed at a location because we knew our employers were across, different locations. Another one was kind of the endpoint security. The pandemic opened us to the fact that we needed to improve our endpoint security for sophistication because now we had a lot of more significant employees working remotely. People were bringing their own devices. People were using their home network, which we don't know how secure those networks are. So we had to tighten up our endpoint security, make it more sophisticated, and this is one of the things that, the pandemic kind of opened our eyes to. Another interesting point I was going to point out here is about the security operations, right? Before COVID, a lot of people work really in the office and that was it. But even the security operations team had to work remotely. They were decentralized, right? So how did we manage that collaboration for incident response? That was another key thing we learned during the pandemic.